when you have a new client that comes to you, what is step one for them? They come to you and they're like, Michelle, I'm exhausted from this dieting. I feel like a complete failure because every diet I try, I either I just don't stick with it, or I stick with it for 2 months and then it completely falls off the wagon. Like what do you do for someone like that?
Well, the first step is what we've done here, which is to demystify what's really going on. Because one of the things that is very common in the people I work with is they feel that they have failed. They
Right.
often feel that they've been doing something wrong. They feel guilty, ashamed. They feel hopeless. And I need to correct that perception and make them understand that their experience is the normal experience. This is
Hmm.
what happens to the vast majority of people. And once they can see that, okay, wait, this isn't just me, this is the product of this restrictive approach to eating, then we can move back toward that instinctive, that mindful approach that we were talking about earlier. So once they understand that they were born with the instinctive ability to manage their eating, it's really a matter of relearning those skills. So let me give you an analogy that I love that really helps.
Sure.
So if you're driving down the highway, or what do you call it in Spain? Freeway, highway?
I think it would be like the autopista. So it would be completely
Okay.
different.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And you see a gas station, a petrol station, fuel station, whatever you call it, wherever you live, you don't automatically pull off the road and fill up every time you see it. You check your fuel gauge first, right?
Hmm.
You look to see, do I actually need fuel? And if you just pulled in and topped off every time you saw a gas station, you really wouldn't get very far. You would spend a lot of time consuming fuel and not making any progress. And so I help people understand that your signals of hunger are your body's way of letting you know that your fuel levels are getting low. So we talk about what those symptoms are, what causes them, and how to differentiate between a little bit of hunger and a lot of hunger. So back to your story, you brought up earlier that if you're on a road trip and you're hungry, but it's going to be an hour before you can eat, you can tolerate that. You know you're going to get to food sometime soon.
Right.
If you're famished, you may not want to wait for, another hour or two to eat. So we just talk about really relearning how to identify this natural fuel gauge that we all have.
Right. Yeah. Even if I was famished now, I think because of all the fasts I've done, I'm able to, I think, embrace reality now and be like, okay, this hunger isn't going to kill me. This is just an uncomfortable feeling at the moment. And I'm eventually going to eat and it's going to be fine. Whereas before, there was just like me allowing my emotion to take over how I felt and be like, I'm hungry. Rawr, here comes the Hulk. I'm hungry. And there was no reason behind it. There was just like I had to follow this feeling as immediate as possible, no matter if we had to swerve off into the woods and kill a deer. And I will bring that deer and eat it right now. But like these were the kind of feelings I had at that time.